McDonald's is massive. It has more than 40,000 stores across 120 countries, and it serves more than 70 million customers every single year. Whether it's Tokyo, Texas, or some other city, every McDonald's store runs in the exact same way. Today, I'm going to tell you the 5 system secrets that help McDonald's to grow into a $200 billion business. McDonald's solves the biggest problem in the restaurant space, which is creating consistent systems to operate. I'm Desmond Lim, co-founder and CEO for Workstream. We are a HR, payroll, and compliance platform that partners with more than 30,000 stores from Burger King, McDonald's, Dunkin', and more. I'm going to show you the 5 systems that McDonald's uses to create consistency across every single store. System 1 is the simple food menu. In the early days, the menu was too complex for McDonald's, and that was crushing the business because every operator was trying to prepare more than 50 food items and thinking how to prepare, cook them, and sell them. It was too complex. So what Ray Kroc and his team did was to simplify that into 13 food items on the menu. That helped them to streamline the amount of time, effort, and work to cook and prepare the food and to serve them. When you have 50 food items on the menu, it's much easier to have inconsistent food quality because your crew and staff are having to prepare every food on its own. It creates a lot of complexity when you're trying to keep your food quality high and consistent. McDonald's learned that a simple menu was key to focus on what you are good at and creating fewer but higher quality food items that your customers will love. System number 2, have a predictable kitchen workflow. In the early days for McDonald's, Ray Kroc found that there was a lot of inconsistency in terms of how food was being prepared. Every hourly crew was doing it their own way. How to cook the fries, how much salt to add, how to prepare the food. It was just not the same every single day, every single week. And that created huge trouble. Customers did not know whether food will be taking 5 minutes or 20 minutes. It was hard to predict the amount of time that it will take to prepare the food. That made training new staff nearly impossible to do. The way that Ray Kroc solved this problem was by having a predictable kitchen workflow with one simple streamlined assembly line to prepare the food. One simple way to prepare every single food step by step. It takes 5 seconds to deep fry the fries. It takes 2 seconds to put the salt over, and the next step is to put the fries in a box. It was a step-by-step math problem that Ray Kroc tried to solve. He put together a very clear system and structure in place so that every hourly crew can follow the structure and the math process that he put in place and be able to do it in a very simple way. Whether you are a high school dropout or you're someone who has worked in the food space for the past 20 years, you follow the same exact process of how to prepare the food, and that helps the restaurant and the brand to thrive and to scale. The best restaurants today already use a predictable kitchen workflow to help their restaurant run better and their food to be prepared in a more streamlined, faster way. System number 3 that McDonald's have was the staff scheduling formula. Being able to predict, forecast, and schedule the exact number of people that you will need every week of the month, every day of the week. That is very crucial for McDonald's to be able to do very, very well. Because we all know that labor cost is a huge factor for restaurant owners. What McDonald's have done is they have been able to crystallize a lot of their sales data and be able to predict and forecast how will sales do every hour of the day and every day of the week. By sharing this data with their operators, they are able to know very clearly how many crew do you need at 3 p.m. on a Friday afternoon? All this data is crucial because every hourly crew that you overstaff or you understaff can create a lot of problems for your business. So this third system is a very important one to predict and manage the labor costs and the people that you need based upon the revenue and sales of your restaurant. System number 4 is having a supplier strategy. McDonald's does very well on this. Most restaurant brands that we have seen do not treat their suppliers or vendors well. They tend to switch suppliers and vendors every few years or even every year. They try to nick and dine for these vendors to give them the best price on the food, foregoing the long-term partnership that they all could build. McDonald's does this not in the same way. They focus on choosing very few suppliers and vendors, but going very deep with each one of them to build a very deep, entrenched partnership and trust. At the same time, McDonald's give them a lot of volume and scale, so they're able to actually negotiate a very good price for every single one of their store. It not only helps them to bring down the cost overall for the whole brand, it helps them to build consistent long-term suppliers that is trusted. It also helps to ensure a high quality of food and the food that is being sent to every owner throughout the world. This is a huge win for suppliers, for this restaurant operators, and for the brand overall too. Whether you are store number 50 or 200, there's no need to renegotiate a new vendor for every single food or for every single store. By being able to work with fewer suppliers and vendors, it helps to ensure consistency in the type of food and raw food being used, whether it's store number 20 or store number 200. And that is very important, and it's one of the crucial strategies that the brand have used. System number 5 is having a structured staff training and onboarding. In the early days, Ray Kroc saw that it was really hard to get staff to serve customers in the same way from store to store. Every hourly crew, they were not saying the same thing when they greet customers. When they try to prepare the food, they were not trying to prepare the food in the same way. Ray Kroc saw this as a huge gap, but a chance to also build a very consistent staff onboarding and training structure. So here's what he did. He laid out a very clear and consistent training plan to both source, onboard, and train every single hourly crew that goes through the doors of the brand. He came up with a week-by-week training for the first few weeks of every hourly crew that joins, whether it's from the way that they prepare the food, it is the way that they cook the food, or it is the way that they greet the customers, even down to the way that they dress. Ray Kroc went down every single step to be very sure that there's consistency in the way that this hourly crew are being onboarded and trained in every single store. And that's one of the secret strategy that has helped McDonald's as a brand to grow and scale to be a $200 billion business that it is today. Having a structured onboarding and training program is a very important cornerstone for the brand. This helps you reduce employee turnover. It also helps to create a very clear path for any new joiner to grow in their career. All this is very important because customers come into your brand, your store, because they want to be able to enjoy the same level of quality service and the same food. They have a clear understanding of what your brand stands for, and is the crew at every single restaurant and brand that provides this service. And that is what McDonald's does very, very well. Whether your store and your crew, whether they are in Singapore, in this San Francisco, every single store runs it very, very well, to the way that how they greet the customers, to how they dress, to the way that they prep the food. Everything is done in a very consistent way, and all that is only made possible because of structured staff onboarding and training that comes from the top. And all this rolls all the way to every hourly crew, whether you are cashier, you're a back-end server, or whether you are trying to cook the food. All this comes into the details of your day-to-day. To bring it all together, structured onboarding and training is the fifth strategy that McDonald's does to grow their business and scale to the way that they are today. I believe that by trying to implement any one of those 5 systems that I've shared, it will help your business to grow even faster. I've created a very clear implementation guide for how McDonald's uses these 5 systems to grow. It will be in the comments and these captions below if you want to click on the link and just get the guide. If you enjoyed today's video, please like, subscribe, and comment below. It was really great to talk to you today. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments below, and I love to be able to talk to you.